educating yourself, starting a business, working 10 to 12 hours without making a lot of money is hard. But you know what else is hard? Being broke, unemployed, working a minimum wage job. That's also very hard. No one and nothing controls you. You are the maker of your own destiny. You choose what to do. You choose where to go. You choose how to do things. And so the only person that will ever be responsible for your success or your failure is yourself. And if you're going through these hard times, just remember, on the other side of these hard times, the grass is greener. It is better on that side than going back to the side where you came from. And so is that little barrier standing in your way really worth going back, or is it worth pushing forward and getting to the other side where the grass is greener? Your choice at the end of the day. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ricardo, and this is the journey from 0 to 10 million beyond, where I take my experiences, my life lessons, and the mistakes I make along the way, share them with you guys so you don't make the same mistakes as me. Now today we're going to be sticking with the same theme that we've kind of been touching on in the last few episodes of just hard times, what that looks like, how that feels like, how to get through them, and just kind of reframing your mindset towards hard times. So let's get right into it. Now, whether you're in business or not, there's different types of hard times. For example, for me right now, I'm going through hard times being in business, which would be between $200,000 in annual revenue to $500,000 in annual revenue. That's pretty much the growth stage of business, where it gets hard because you're in the field working, you're admin, you're customer service, you're an accountant, you're sales, marketing, you do all these different things at the same time, and all of that is a lot of pressure. All that is a lot of work, a lot of hours. And most people quit in this stage of business because of how hard it becomes. They just can't take it and they don't want to take it. So if they scale down a little bit, they might just have enough money for themselves to make a good living out of things. Now, if that's what you want to do, great. If that's not what you want to do, amazing. It's completely up to you what you want to do with that and what you want out of life. So I kind of want to just go through a couple points to let you guys know my view on it. Maybe that helps you, maybe that doesn't. Just let me know if it does. Now, when you're going through these hard times and you're struggling, I want you to reframe your mindset and think of it like this. Don't put yourself in the victim mindset, because that's not going to do anything for anybody. If there's no external force or interaction telling you to change, making you struggle, then there will be no change. When you go through hard times like this, when you go through emotional, physical, psychological pain, and you want to call it quits, just understand that this is where most people stop. This is why most people stop. This is where they quit. This is where 90% of people don't keep going. This is why there's such high failure rates, because they cannot stand the pain. And it's okay. Our bodies are meant to reject pain. Our brain is trying to keep the body alive, and it's trying to push all the pain away and avoid all that. It's a natural human instinct, and that's okay. If you choose to do that, just understand that there's consequences, right? And understand that when you're going through these times, this is what hard feels like, right? You knew going into it that business is hard, that college is hard, that career is hard, that anything that you're doing is hard. There's levels to it, and in order to go to the next level, you have to go through this hardship. So you knew going into it that it was hard. This is what hard feels like. Hard feels shitty. And this is why 90% of people don't get to it, but this is why you will get to it. So think of it like that. Once you get through these struggles, you start to grow as a person, grow as a business, grow in your career, grow in whatever field you're in. Now, me personally, what I experienced before the growth stage was actually fear. And looking back, how much time did I waste fearing that I wasn't going to get right here, right now? How much worry and uncertainty did I go through before taking the necessary steps to get to where I'm at right now? I was going to get here either way, whether I worried, whether I didn't worry, whether I procrastinated, whether I didn't. Things happen because of the actions that you take. So regardless of what you think or what you feel like, you taking that action gets you to the point where you're eventually going to get anyway. A lot of people that are going through the same thing that I went through, my advice would just be, get out of your head and just go. Take out all the emotional stress away, take out all the physical pain out the picture, because that's going to be there either way. If you go in with the expectation that I'm going to have headaches, I'm going to feel bad, I'm going to have physical pain, I'm going to stress a lot. If you make that your expectation and you make that your normal, your mindset suddenly shifts to understanding that, hey, this is normal. This means that I'm doing the right thing. This means that I'm going the right way. And so you keep going because now it's normal. And so through these struggles and through these growth stages. You have to understand that all of this is just part of a greater story that you're going to tell once you succeed and once you reach that goal that you want. And I think about this a lot. I'm always telling my wife, hey, like, this is going to be a great story to tell, to our kids or to friends, families, whatever. Hard times, good times, sad times, easy times, whatever. It's always just a story that you're going to end up telling. Whether you fail or not, whether you call it quits or not, you still have this story. You still have these lessons that you can go ahead and tell people, express, have other people learn from it. And that's the whole point of this podcast / YouTube thing, to tell my story, to have those people that are stuck reevaluate their expectations of how things actually are, right? Things are not rainbows and sunshine. It's pretty hard out here. And just know, worst case scenario, you have a great story to tell. Now, all of this goes without saying, it requires a lot of sacrifice. And I really only have one question to ask that would really clarify whether you're willing to take this or not. And that is, are you willing to make the trade to get to where you want to be? Are you willing to stay up long hours? Are you willing to be under the sun? Are you ready? Are you willing to be under pressure? Are you willing to get to your breaking point and pass through your breaking point? Are you willing to sacrifice social time, money? Are you willing to put everything out there in order to get to where you want to be? If your answer is yes, be ready, because it's gonna happen. A very important thing that I also want to reframe is success. Now, popular and culture definitions of success, meaning, you reach the top, you get to number one place, you win this, you win that, you are the champion. That's what success is. I'm constantly trying to reframe success as a different thing, which is, you didn't win when you succeeded. You won when you got up that morning that you didn't want to get up. You won when you stayed up late knowing that you were not going to get any good sleep because you had shit to do. You won when you chose to do the hard things and the necessary things. You won when you decided to do the boring work that is necessary, that no one wants to do. You won when you did that final rep in your set that felt impossible to do. These times are the times where you succeeded as a person, and guess what? The only witness for that success is yourself. So it's very important for you to value these small wins, because I think they're huge wins. I think these are the wins that you're actually looking for, because all of these wins stack up, build the tower that is your final destination, your success. And so it's very important for you to take a moment, take these little wins in, and be proud of yourself, because it's a very lonely journey and you only really have yourself to fall back on. And so it's very important that you take these little wins, take these little successful points, and go with them. And now, whether you fail, whether you succeed, it is always important to be humble and to understand that people will kill to be in your position, and those people don't really get the choice whether they want to be in that position or not. And it really hurts me to see fully functioning, healthy people not doing the best they can do, right? Because it's almost an insult to those who are less fortunate. Putting myself into their shoes and less fortunate people's shoes, they might say, like, look, they can run, they can jump, they can laugh, they can do this, they have all the freedoms to do this, and yet they're choosing not to do the thing that is hard, but will get them to where they want to be. And that's just really an insult to not only yourself, but to those people as well. And to the people that trust you, to the people that believe in you, to the people that think and know that you can be something better, but you yourself are not choosing to, because it's a hard thing to do. And so if you're not gonna do this for yourself, do this for those people, whether it's your family or friends, and for those less fortunate people as well. And so, wrapping all the struggles, all the growth, all the success, all the failures, all of these come with choices. And you have to settle down with the fact that you have to choose your heart. Educating yourself, starting a business, working 10 to 12 hours without making a lot of money is hard. But you know what else is hard? Being broke, unemployed, working a minimum wage job. That's also very hard. Working out, eating right, getting the sleep that's necessary is hard. But you know what else is hard? Being obese, being out of breath by simply walking, and sometimes not even being able to walk is pretty hard. So you choose your heart. Rarely will the things that you want out of life fall into your lap. And by rarely, I mean there's 0.01% chance that will happen. The road to success and happiness is uphill, as is the road to depression and failure. So you have to choose which road you want to take. Do you want to go the uphill battle of success and happiness, or do you want to go the uphill battle of depression and failure? Either way is hard, but you have to really just choose your heart and think long term. And so I say all that to say this. When you're going through these hard times, when you want to quit, when you feel like you can't do it, or you feel like there's an outside obstacle that's preventing you from doing this, 90% of the time that's not really the case. It's just you trying to lock yourself in a cage. But when you feel like that, I just want you to know that 1, you're not alone. Everyone feels like that. 2, that is what hard feels like. You're just right there. You're just at the top of the hill. You just have to get over that little hump and then boom, stream down. And 3, most importantly, no one and nothing controls you. You are the maker of your own destiny. You choose what to do. You choose where to go. You choose how to do things. And so the only person that will ever be responsible for your success or your failure is yourself. And you have to take accountability for that. Get up, do the hard thing, even if you don't want to, even if you're tired, even if you're sad, even if you feel whatever. Get up and do it because it's the right thing to do. And if you're going through these hard times, just remember, on the other side of these hard times, the grass is greener. It is better on that side than going back to the side where you came from. And so is that little barrier standing in your way really worth going back? Or is it worth pushing forward and getting to the other side where the grass is greener? Your choice at the end of the day. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. And as always, until next time, see you guys.